Good morning, students. Today we are going to the last topic of the chapter that we are discussing why democracy, what democracy. So here at last we will discuss the broader meanings of democracy. Why meanings here? Because different characteristics we have discussed in the chapter. So and in the through the different discussion we will discuss them like in our day-to-day life. So let's begin. In this chapter, we have considered the meaning of the democracy is a limited and descriptive sense. We have understood that democracy is a form of government. This way of defining democracy help us to identify a clear set of minimal features. Democracy must have means the features of we have discussed we the means the minimal feature of the democracy we read must have the most common form that democracy takes in our times is that the representative democracy. You have already read about this is the previous classes in the countries we call democracy. All the people do not rule. A majority is allowed to take the decision on behalf of the people, even the majority does not rule directly. The majority of the people through their elected representative. This become necessary because now we to understand this chapter we will see like when we say about the broader meaning and we are talking about means like majority of the people rule, so they are not ruling directly but on behalf of them to whom they elect through the election process. So through to whom they elect the rulers come and they ruler particularly like if it doesn't happen means if suppose if we say oh this is not a good method, it should be there that people should directly participate, meeting directly should taken, so it cannot be possible India like country. The reason behind because there is no kind of such big place where all the people can sit together, discuss together. The same is here given here, like modern democracy involves such a large number of people that is physically impossible to them to sit together, take collective decision. First of all, this is the big 135 crore people are living here, and it is not possible that when a one given time people can discuss. Even if they could, the citizen does not have the time. Suppose we can suppose only if it is happened, so they could if it is happened, the citizen does not have the time, the desire for the skills and take part in all the decision means people don't have time if it is happening, so like don't have the time and the desire or the skill to take part in all the decision means everything cannot be in the same manner. So this give us a clear or minimal understanding of democracy. This clearly help us to distinguish democracy from non-democratic, but it does not allow us to distinguish between democratic and good democracy. It does not allow us to see the operation of democracy beyond the government. For this, we need to turn to broader meaning of this. Sometimes we use democracy for organization other than government. Just read these of the 3 points have been given here. Through that we can understand. Children, if we would have a live class or we were in the class, so easily because generally we take debate on these particular 3 topics and we understand what happens in democracy. So children able to write and able to answer. So here you can write a note over the topic for your better understanding. Like, first is for you, we are a very democratic family. Whenever the decision has been taken, we all sit together and arrive at the consensus. My opinion matters as my father. Now here, one first characteristics is what means, suppose there is a family. XYZ, any character is there, and he or she, whatever he is, saying that my family is a democratic family. Whatever the suggestion, my or opinion I have, which I give in the family, my father give in the family, they are equal to the same. Means all suggestions are respected. And this is the number one formula of democracy, that you cannot control or interrupt the person. Means anyone who is saying, let him say and do. So means democratically the family is behaving. Now, in the second story, we will discuss all these two. Second video will discuss all these two, and simultaneously, because the video become lengthier, so I stop here.